Environmental pollution. Environmental pollution occurs when human actions introduce harmful substances into the environment, resulting in negative impacts on the surroundings and living organisms. One common form of pollution is water pollution, such as the release of sewage water into clean bodies of water like rivers and reservoirs. Pollutants. Pollutants, which can be chemicals, biological substances, or physical objects, are what cause environmental contamination. Pollutants unintentionally enter the environment and can directly or indirectly harm humans and other living organisms. Effects of environmental pollution. Pollution affects the very factors which support life on the earth, such as the air we breathe, the water we drink, and, at large, the ecosystems we depend upon. Thus, it poses a threat to life on the earth. Pollution poses one of the greatest challenges to the health of humans and other living beings. Though it affects the overall well-being of the entire society, vulnerable sections like the poor, the children, the women, etc., are affected disproportionately by it. Pollution has its negative impacts on the economy as well. For example, as per a study, water pollution would cause a loss of around 6% of India's GDP by 2050 due to loss in sectors like fishing, agriculture, water-intensive industries, etc. Other socioeconomic impacts of pollution include food insecurity due to decreased agricultural yield, forced migration due to water crisis, etc. Causes of environmental pollution. Rapid increase in human population has increased anthropogenic activities by manifold. Most of these activities, in some way or the other, add some unwanted things to the environment. Rapid urbanization in recent times has led to increased construction activities. This, in turn, is causing environmental pollution through different ways such as release of dust in air, generation of waste materials, etc. Increased population and urbanization have meant increased transportation activities. This, in itself, is a major source of pollution. An increased focus on industrialization of late is leading to rapid generation of industrial wastes and emissions, and hence environmental pollution. Some agricultural activities also lead to environmental pollution. For example, excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides not only pollutes the soil but also nearby water bodies due to spillover. There are many other causes of environmental pollution, such as burning of fossil fuels, increased use of chemicals, etc. Air pollution. As per WHO, air pollution is contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. According to WHO data, 99% of the world's population breathes air that contains high levels of pollutants and exceeds WHO guideline limits, with low and middle-income countries experiencing the highest exposures. Causes of air pollution: industrial emissions, household emissions, motor vehicles emissions, forest fires, etc., are some common sources of air pollution. Pollutants of major public health concern include particulate matter, carbon monoxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide. Water pollution. Water pollution refers to release of unwanted substances into subsurface groundwater or into water bodies like lakes, streams, rivers, estuaries, and oceans to a level which negatively impacts the beneficial use of the water or natural functioning of ecosystems. When harmful chemicals or microorganisms contaminate a stream, river, lake, ocean, aquifer, or other body of water, the water's quality deteriorates and it becomes toxic for both humans and the environment. Noise pollution. Noise pollution is defined by the World Health Organization, WHO, as noise that is louder than 65 decibels dB. Precisely speaking, noise becomes harmful above 75 dB and painful above 120 dB. Thus, it is advised to keep noise level below 65 dB during the day. An ambient noise level advisable for the nighttime is 30 dBs. Restful sleep cannot be achieved with noise levels above this. The current status of noise pollution all over the world can be seen through the United Nations Environment Programme's report, titled Frontiers 2022, Noise, Blazes, and Mismatches, which enlist the noisiest cities in the world. Soil pollution. the contamination of soil with abnormally high concentrations of toxic substances is referred to as soil pollution. Given the numerous health risks it contains, it is a serious environmental concern. For instance, exposure to soil with high benzene concentrations increases the risk of developing leukemia. Causes of soil pollution phenomena, such as loss of organic carbon, erosion, increased salt content, acidification, compacting, and chemical pollution, are the major causes of current soil degradation. Radioactive pollution. When radioactive elements are accidentally present in the environment or atmosphere and pose a risk to the ecosystem owing to radioactive decay, this is known as radioactive pollution. The radioactive materials create damage by releasing potentially harmful ionizing radiation into the environment, such as alpha or beta particles, gamma rays, or neutrons. Causes of radioactive pollution: nuclear accidents from nuclear energy generation plants, use of nuclear weapons as weapons of mass destruction, WMD use of radioisotopes in health and other sectors, mining spillage of radioactive chemicals, cosmic rays and other natural sources, nuclear waste handling and disposal. Nitrogen pollution. Nitrogen pollution results from an overabundance of nitrogen compounds such as ammonia and nitrous oxide. Sometimes the usage of synthetic fertilizers causes this pollution. Another possible cause is the breakdown of large quantities of animal manures and slurry, which are frequently present in intensive livestock units. It may have detrimental effects on our climate, the ecosystem, and health.